My name is Charlotte Douglas, and I am from originally Sherman, Texas. And I am, your third question was?
Your vocation.
My vocation is I am retired. I have been a musician, and I have also been a lawyer.
Very good. When we broach the topic of oral history or family history, what comes to mind? What do you know of your family history?
Sadly, not very much, because my mother was the historian of the family, and when she died in 2011, the history pretty much stopped. I do have some cousins who are interested in family history and who can, my aunt just died, my last aunt just passed away, but her daughter is also sort of a historian, so I hope to reconnect with that in the short term.
In under the umbrella of history in general, I notice that you're a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And in order to become a member, of course, you need to familiarize with their history, which you are now a part of. In the context of family history, what is your opinion? Is it something that is important, or should be something that young people are encouraged to ask questions or to engage in with their elders?
I definitely think so, because when I came to Howard University at 15, I was sort of like a fish out of water, because I had been very, very sheltered, and I traveled 40 hours from Sherman, Texas to Howard University, and then I was at Howard, and it was a big, big place, and there was it just seemed like it was the whole world before me. And so I needed to find some people that I had something in common with. And it was my good fortune to meet some smart young ladies who were very, very friendly, and they happened to be Alpha Kappa Alpha. Not only was it Alpha Kappa Alpha, but Alpha Kappa Alpha started at Howard University, so the very first chapter of AKA was there. So that is, Alpha chapter has a special meaning.
As an alumni of Howard University, I fully understand the nature of that pride with respects to your sorority. Lastly, I'll throw out a statement to you, and you can just tell me what you think about it. This is the last question on oral history, family history.
Okay.
Alex Haley said, quote, "In every conceivable manner, the family is linked to our past and bridged to our future." What do you make of that statement?
I am somewhat saddened by it because of the reality of it. I have no children, and therefore I can only contribute to our future with my cousins and my cousins' children, and so it is a choice that I made, but it is definitely true that you look back and you see in the faces of your cousins, your deceased cousins and your deceased aunts and uncles, and so I fully subscribe to that, and believe that is something that I need to be mindful of going forward.
With regards to the vote, how do you feel about the importance, particularly in this day and time, of people of color and voting?
It is about the most important thing that we can do to help our country. It is critical for for all of us actually, those who are just turning 18 and those who are of advanced age. But it is critical for us to vote in this particular climate, because if you don't vote, then the status quo gets worse, I do believe. You don't have to be partisan to just encourage people to vote, because the people's will be reflected if you get every person to vote. And there are so many ways that people can register and that people can vote these days. It just needs everybody sort of reaching out to others to vote. There is a group called, for example, whenweallvote.com. This is a nonpartisan group that uses the means of your telephone or your computer. You can register and you can find out your polling place. And then there is the Elections Assistance Committee, nonpartisan, bipartisan, which tells people how, if they're not registered, how to register, and tells people where they can go to vote, what their precinct is, and that sort of thing. So hands down, this is the most important thing that people can do.
Very good. Is there anything else that you would like to express with regards to the nature of voting, young people voting, or why it should matter that people be re-engaged with voting for those who perhaps got disengaged after President Obama?
Yes, there are people who have been disillusioned, but you haven't seen disillusionment yet unless you vote. This is a time when people truly need to stay woke. And this is a time when people can, again, get access to information about where they vote, whether they are still registered because they've moved. As I was saying, with When We All Vote, there is a QR code. I can barely manage it, but you just sort of wave this cell phone over your telephone, and right there you can register, or you can find out whether you need to do something because you've recently moved. You can, and then there are all sorts of online sites, like again the EAC. Just sit there at your computer or your whatever is connected, maybe your tablet or at your telephone, and you can do it in the flash of an eye. So it is very important for young people who may be disillusioned or might say, nah, nothing's going to change. Our tradition is, our African American tradition is one of faith. And you have to have faith, and you have to have hope. And you don't say, well, it's up to me alone, It's up to, God works through us. Therefore, you just decide what you want to do, and you won't have to do it. God will do it. So if you just have faith in your cause, and you really believe in it enough, or even if you don't believe in it, just give it a shot. Then I believe the desired result will be reached, and that is that the people's will be shown.